let me not, because you know YouTube be doing the most. What is up? It's your girl Naja. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Today's video is actually a video that's outside of my normal content. Normally I'll post about me living in LA, or I'll post about like jobs that I've worked in the past. Today is a little bit different. Today I want to talk about something. Oh shit, I moved my table. Today I want to talk about something that's dealing with one of my faves. If you know me, you know that I am a barb. So I have a couple of notes that I want to reference, just because there's a couple of things that I want to get into. First being, why did the Nicki hate train occur? Like, what is the Nicki hate train? So let's get into why I feel like Nicki Minaj is like, or was one of the most hated artists back then, a couple years ago. Still probably is today, but you know, people's gonna jump on the dick riding train again because she's hot again. She's always gonna be that girl. But in my opinion, I feel like there's a lot of fake fans coming out, but we're gonna get into that later. So basically, yeah, I personally believe that everybody came as a collective to try to end that woman's career. You cannot tell me otherwise. There were labels coming at up and coming artists asking them to beef with Nicki Minaj for, I guess, X amount of dollars.
I want to touch on another rumor now. I feel like the rumor guy, the gossip guy at the moment. I heard, this is how most of my questions are starting today. I heard a rumor that, look how nervous you are.
I know, I'm scared.
That you turned down a lot of money to not do, I should say, a Nicki Minaj diss.
Oh, that
yeah. Someone in America, someone reputable, I heard.
That was the last, yeah, that was the first time I mentioned anything about, because that was the first time I flew out to meet with a massive record label. Which was? Atlantic Records.
Okay.
Yeah, but.
That's insane. Like, it's not funny, but it's just so insane how far these labels and the masses will go to like try to take down Nicki. My only question is, like, if these artists were to diss Nicki Minaj and were to take the bait, what do you think would happen? I mean, you have artists out here that end up dissing. Like, is dissing Nicki Minaj basically like selling your soul? Like, oh, you diss Nicki Minaj, you'll be the biggest artist. Like, these artists that diss Nicki Minaj go nowhere. For example, we have Mariah, who? The girl from Love and Hip Hop, she called herself dissing Nicki, and it was so like cringy.
Nicki Minaj. Yeah, Nicki Minaj. She's on a, she is on a.
Damn, you making me be a big old owl and shit. Who?
Oh, you don't know Nicki Minaj is?
Oh, but anyways, carry on.
That's the rapper you like so much.
I thought I had a song with Remy Ma called Tab Reloaded, available everywhere right now.
Oh, you got the Remy verse?
Yeah, and the video.
Can we get a bomb?
Tab Reloaded is available everywhere right now.
Y'all, I am so weak, because why did this girl try to pretend like she didn't know who the fuck Nicki Minaj was? That is so embarrassing. Who, girl, you know who. That is so embarrassing. Like, and then like later in that video, she was like, oh yeah, I rap it. Like, you can tell it was just a ploy to like get clout, because you know, beefing with Nicki equates clout and clout equates streams. I don't really know why she felt the need to like keep promoting her track with Remy Martin. Like, I just, did it stream though? Like, did it chart though? Did it go anywhere? No, it didn't, because that's what happened when you dissed the queen. Yeah, that is so embarrassing. Like, I cringe every time I watch that video, because who the hell even are you? But that's just a prime example of like people coming out of the woodworks just to get some clout and just to hop on the Nicki hate train. Another person that hopped on the Nicki hate train was very odd and very weird to me, and was one of the main reasons why I started not to like him. I mean, I personally never liked him as an artist. All of these girls thought he was just so fine, and no, he was not that to me. And I also found him very creepy, which will bring me to my next point after this clip.
Dude, because what I want people to know is that, and Nicki said she gave me 6 plaques, but let's keep it real. Nicki ain't had shit before Bottoms Up. Nicki had the song with, she had a single with Sean Garrett. After that, she did Monster, and then we could say that, like, all before that, it was Look, she hanging with Wayne, you know, who's the wild girl with the wild hair. I love you, Nicki. I love you. You came at me wrong, you disrespected me. but I love you.
I think she was misinformed.
Because she didn't know it was like she jumped
I was
the gun.
definitely bothered by it, but I'm not going to disrespect her. I'm not going to talk crazy about her. Like, we got history.
See, what we're not going to do is that, okay? Your Love by Nicki Minaj, which was a hit that stuck like grits. I don't care if she doesn't like that song. That was my shit, and I'm sure that was a lot of Barb shit. That song was popping as fuck, and that song came out in June of 2010. His song Bottoms Up came out in July of 2010. Nicki was popping. Trey Songz essentially said he put Nicki on. Absolutely incorrect. You can't put an artist on when they're literally demolishing you on your own song. To freedom! We're not gonna do that. Like, he really sat up there on that fucking platform and said Nicki didn't have anything before Bottoms Up. We're not going to lie. Like, not the baddest in the school, the baddest in the game, excuse me, honey, but nobody was in her lane. Nicki was in her bag way before that song. So like, how you just going, and the fact that they let that man sit up there on that platform and lie and not back check, because I would have been like, let me just, you know, that ain't true. Like, come on now. Nicki was the hottest thing since sliced bread when she first came out. I mean, sis is still the hottest thing, but like, she was up and coming and literally like the talk of the streets. Like, come on now. We're not gonna act like Trey Songz, of all people, is the one who put My Good Sis on. Absolutely not. I would definitely say that the Nicki hate train started when Remisha Martin came out of prison. I just feel like everything went a little bit left out of there, because initially she showed Nicki a lot of love, and it was kind of weird. Like, Nicki was in Remy's mouth a lot, but in a good way. Now, this is where I think the whole like conspiracy thing comes into play. Even though Remy wasn't with Atlantic, I do feel like she was heavily influenced by either other artists or other labels, and basically manipulated into making a diss track. I feel like people were putting things in her ear that Nicki probably never even said. I've never heard Nicki speak negatively about this woman, let alone at all. I've heard her say a couple of nice things, as she does with all female artists. That's something else that we're gonna get into. But yeah, I've never heard her say anything negative, so it was just so crazy and weird when this diss came out of left field. Yeah, it was just very strange. And then the whole like BET award thing was very cringy too.
I just wanna say, y'all bitches got fat while we starved. Shots in your ass, pads in your bras. Y'all some liars. It ain't no facts in your song. And yeah, that clown is coming back to the Bronx.
Now here is where I think, you know, why I think the Nicki hate train was basically so like extreme. So basically I feel like people were compelled to choose between two female artists, and I personally think people were tired of Nicki dominating the game, tired of her dominating the charts, tired of her serving us looks, face, skills, talent. So they just, you know, wanted to give a new girl a chance. I guess they thought the new girl was more relatable. They thought she was more, you know, personable. I don't know what it was, but personally, that's what I think it was. I think a new girl came on the scene. You know, she was Instagram famous at first, you know, super ratchet ghetto. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with ghetto, but that's what she was. You know, I call a spade when I see it. Ghetto.
The ghetto! The ghetto!
And you know, oftentimes ghetto is more relatable. So they pushed My Good Sis Nicki to the side and were like, let's see what this girl can bring. And Nicki gave her props. He's always giving female artists their props. So instead of, you know, people just coming to terms with the fact that there can be two girls on the scene, they obviously chose the new girl and created this weird scenario, crazy reasoning behind not supporting Nicki Minaj. And they're saying that she's a hater and she stops people's bags. And celebrities, you know, coming up with their own stories and scenarios didn't really help, you know, eliminate the hate train, because people were coming out and using that to their advantage and basically telling stories of how they felt that Nicki stopped their bag.
You know, me and Meek used to be like the best of friends. People used to say, oh, they date. We've never screwed each other, dated, or anything. We were very close as friends. And when Nicki came, she was determined that we weren't gonna be friends. And you know, she tried to take my Dream Chasers chain. She stole my song. Everything pertaining to Meek, she cut out. And
why? Why do you think she did that?
You know, women can be like that about their men, but to me, I looked up to her. It was like, this is Nicki, I look up to you. And you stole the title track of my album. You took it and then told my label, don't tell me, and you could do what you wanted to do. And I was a huge fan. Huge. Even got into it with Kim about it.
Few moments later.
No one can out-rap Nicki Minaj. I was just telling my assistant that I've been listening to a lot of the, you know, like the new rappers. They don't have no like cadences. They don't have no animation. They don't know how to flip it up. They stay on the same beat. Like, no one out-raps Nicki Minaj, period. And that's musically speaking.
Well, I would like to end this video on a note of basically, if you're a real Barb, we've been through some stuff when it came to Nicki Minaj and the whole hate train. And I think it's kind of weird how people are just trying to brush it under the rug and pretend like it never happened. Because I honestly feel like there are a lot of fake supporters coming out of the woodworks. There's so much that I didn't really get into because I feel like the video would have been just way too long. But I definitely want to say that there are some artists that use Nicki to their benefit. Nicki has been way too like giving when it comes to collabing with some of these artists. It's a good thing, but at the same time, you kind of gotta watch who you collab with. I'm not gonna say names, but I'm glad that she's giving these newer artists a platform. Polo G, that was a really amazing collab, and I actually love the song. I like him as an artist. I really think that some of the new girls that she's collaborated with did not have her best interest at heart. I will say Doja Cat did and was very appreciative of the collaboration, and that was actually a really good collab. Other than that, I just hope that she kind of realized that she's literally the queen and cannot be out in these streets collabing with anybody and everybody, because those who, you know, they're big fans. At the end of the day, they're all fans. So, you know, some people just truly have that mindset that they want to climb to the top, and once they get to the top, they don't really care about you anymore. And that's what I feel like one artist in particular mindset was like. But I'm gonna leave on this note. I'm going to insert some clips just so you guys can see how much the switch up is real. If you don't believe me, thank you guys so much for watching my video. Please like and subscribe if you thought this video was entertaining, and please comment if you want more Nicki content. Like I said, this is kind of outside of my normal content. I really don't post videos like that. If I do post Nicki content, it's on my TikTok. But yeah, let me know if you guys really like this content. This was kind of fun to make. It was a little bit draining, but yeah, I don't mind doing this again. Thank you guys for staying with me with my messy ass lipstick. Don't drag me in the comments.
Work with Nicki?
I just better stay away from that question. Like, I don't want to get into that. But I am Team Cardi. City Girls is Team Cardi. Cardi support the City Girls.
Okay, do you guys have any dream collaborations you love, whether it's male or female artists, anything? Like, what's the dream collaboration for the City Girls?
Okay. We want to work with Nicki Minaj.
Hilarious.
And Nas does not need to have a girlfriend who still sweats the red carpet. I like Nas being low key. That's part of that's one of the things I like. Like, you listen to his lyrics and stuff like that. Like, he's a cool type dude who could smash a Nicki Minaj any day he wants, but doesn't have to claim her for a girlfriend. Anyway. Definitely an icon and definitely a legend. She's done things that these young girls haven't even touched, even though they have hit music. But Nicki is different than the rest.
I'll lie to you, man. Nicki Minaj's flow is so garbage lately. I know people make jokes about her needing Safari bag, but she needs something. That flow has not been hot in a minute.
Right.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Come on. I wouldn't say it was.
Come on,
it
man.
was
It's the
trash
same
or
lazy.
whack.
It's the same lazy flow. Regardless of how anyone feels about Nicki personally, you can't deny what she's done for the culture. She's absolutely an icon, right?
Yes, she is. Yeah.
All right, Nicki Minaj.